Now, you already know that this is the podcast where we sit on the couch and keep it real. I know that's right.
You watching my stories. I see you getting my lifestyle. I see you watching my movements. Get bad, bitch, bad every day. I know they look on your face. Bad man, bad every day. Get on your knees and pray. Do you regain your Love is somebody that protect my energy from your paddler. Let my pastor say, I be my healer, everything I desire. I go to see. Flow like a river. If you get sour, come on, go and sit down. I go just para. Come on, find it down. I go just.
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Keep It Real with me. My name is Litokanela Mahope, Ticket for the Babies, your host with the most. Now you already know that this is the podcast where we sit on the couch and
keep it real.
I know that's right. So guys, today we are speaking all things spirituality. I'm here with Tshepiso, and yes, I'm not going to say I'm going to let her introduce herself because the first question is an introduction of who she is.
Yeah.
So let's get into it. First, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and follow us on all our social media platforms as well as Tshepiso's. Everything will be in the description box down below. My first question to you is, who is Tshepiso?
Tshepiso is my industry name, but I don't really use it that much. My actual name that I prefer to use is Unomalungelo.
Okay, what does that mean?
Unomalungelo it's basically like rights. It's basically Nina Malungelo, understand?
Okay.
Yeah. So I am Tshepiso Nomalungelo. I have many names actually. Yeah, I have many names. My names are Tshepiso Nomalungelo Nompumelelo Busisiwe Nompumelelo Mabuza.
Damn.
Yes. That's how you know they were fighting over you before you were even born, because makama maning. But yeah, it depends who you are. Then you call me with that type of name.
Okay.
Because then we have a connection. Yeah. I'm 20 for now until July. Until July, I am spiritual healer, but I'm studying into it. I'm leaning into it. Angaga graduating, but yeah, you know, you've had them since birth, so you heal as good to your healer.
Yeah.
So my spiritual healer, I have a bit. I do dash into the traditional healing, but I prefer to be called a spiritual healer.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't want to exclude like other races to do it the African, like not say the African way, but the Black African way, but also include
the Western
way, but just so you understand how I'm coming through.
Yes.
You know?
Okay. So let's get into the interview. So what is spirituality to you?
For me, it's the way of life. Because if you want answers, you could look to nature for answers actually.
You could. Nature, science, universe.
When you know, like now, for example, you know how there's earthquakes and there's floods and everything.
Yes.
People think that it's actually a bad thing and it's a disaster.
Yeah.
It's not. If we were Abantu who listen to the earth when the earth says, this is what's happening, we would not freak out.
Okay.
Because we would know now there's floods. Why? Because
it's happening
Umnigas
for a
Wamanzi,
reason.
the snakes, we call them Umnigas Wamanzi, wants a new set of water, cleaning their space.
Oh, so in science terms, when there is like a bad thing, there is actually a good to it spiritually and a reason for it.
Because everything will affect us.
Yes.
Everything will affect us. That's why you will never see right now a spiritual person go to the water. Because we know, Guti, that water is not clean. They are cleaning it out. So that's why we also have Abanigas Bemvula, people who are able to chant for rain. It depends, Guti, how that clan did stuff.
Okay.
Because you know that lady that queen from Limpopo.
Who's that?
There's a queen from Limpopo who is able to, but she passed. I'm not sure if it's Limpopo Botswana. But she used to climb on a mountain and she would pray and chant and do all that there, and then magabuya yenubuya nemvula.
Oh,
yes. So there are people who the abantu abaphethe imvula, they are the ones who will, okay, they know good, okay, now we have to clean the rivers. So we will know, good, okay, don't go to the river. Because amanzi uzohamba now. Because you can see it's a lot of water.
Yeah.
Exactly. So spirituality is about, it's about understanding that you're not only a part of the creator, but you are the creator himself. Understand? Because now people don't understand a lot, because if I have to convince you that you're great without you knowing that you're great, then it's going to be very difficult.
Yes.
So it is looking out, but looking out is also looking within. Because most of the answers, you know the answers, you just have to
look deep
a
down.
therapist doesn't have to tell you that you're sad. You know, you said, you can feel it. So that's what it does. And there's a lot of stuff in nature. There's this one spirit we call Iketla.
What is that?
Iketla is a spirit that is able to, they can check the leaves. They know which one to mix with what.
Oh.
To make into zokusiza.
Okay.
So Iketla is more like sevenza nomuntu inyanga. Inyanga is not isangoma. Inyanga is more of umuntu who can go ehlathini akupa mix. The next day, if you wanted to get pregnant, the next week you probably will have a baby. If you have a scar, you know.
Damn.
So it's basically looking within and understanding Guti, people who were are still you, and people who are going to be are still you.
Okay, can you explain that?
So we'll explain it in I am my grandfather, and my grandfather is me,
you.
and I am my kids before my kids are.
Okay, I get you.
So we are one. We're separate, but somehow
we
are
one. Okay.
It's exactly how you have the living, you have the world of abantu who are not born, but they know. That's why, you know how on TikTok there's this videos of saying, Gusi, Mom, I chose you before you had me. Because kids will choose their parents.
Yeah.
Somehow, I don't know how we chose.
I don't.
Yeah, it's like,
Okay.
why did I choose this one? You know, there's a specific reason why.
Yeah.
So there's the world of the unborn, the living, and the dead.
Okay.
And in between those worlds, there's the horizon where these two can meet.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I'm not sure how these two meet. I'm still learning
But
now.
somehow, yes.
And with this thing, spirituality, sometimes ignorance is bliss. Because when you know a lot, anxiety, you get overwhelmed.
I can imagine.
Because now you're learning, Guti, everything I know might just be a lie.
Yeah.
It's not really a lie. It's like, you know how we have the concept of God. God is, to us, God is not what we've been taught. You know how we're taught to praise God and God we must sing on Sundays.
Yeah.
To know, but they also say God is everywhere. Now we're
Yes.
confused with God is in the church, but now God is everywhere.
Yeah.
For us, for a black, we call them the Bantu. We are the Bantu people from Kemet, right? Before there was Kemet, it was Nubia. It's a long story.
Okay.
You have to read a whole book about it. But we have people called, like, we have spirits called Uramasedi, right? Which is basically who we translated God into Ramasedi, but it was actually Ramasedi before God.
Okay.
And then we have Mena Lady, and then we have, who else do we have? Yeah, we have Nomkubulwane. You know how you see Nomkubulwane? You know how they used to say, if you see a rainbow after it rains, means God loves you. That is Nomkubulwane. She's the god of fertility.
Yeah.
Yes, fertility. So you have
So
stuff
she comes after the rain,
after the
it's
rain,
rain.
after the storm, after the heaviness.
So she's the beauty after the whole.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. It's like after you give birth, it's so hard and it's painful, and then after that you have this little
The blessing. You know.
exactly.
Oh.
So they are gods of destruction, but the opposite of destruction is beauty. If you look at star signs are not star signs, they're actually deities, actually gods, people who control certain stuff on earth, because certain energies have to control certain things. If you were a boss and you had this company, you can't control yonke into. You know, you have to okay, I'm giving my control to this one to control this. I'm giving my control to control this. Yeah, there's a whole chart and thing, but if you really want to invest and learn about it, you need to give yourself time, because it's a lot and it's very overwhelming.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. It's exactly like the chakra system. As you heal, is the more you will learn.
Yeah.
So don't try to learn everything at the
once.
same time. Give yourself time.
Okay, so my next question is, what is the difference between a person or analing Moya and a sango?
So umuntu no moya, I have that, no? But you can have both.
Okay.
I have umuntu no moya simbiza umuntu onesithunywa. Right?
Okay.
Isithunywa is a messenger.
Oh, okay, yes.
Yes. Isithunywa umuntu osebenza ngeyiwasho, isithunywa umuntu osebenza ngamanzi.
Oh, I think in my language we call it Muthi wontiwa.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So
yes.
I'm a messenger. It's not that all I do is see, but my main, more or less, my main part is to see. I can just look at you and just see.
Girl.
I could just look at you and see, you know. And there's different levels to it, because kunesithunywa sezulu, kunesithunywa samanzi, kunesithunywa some like mountains, an open field.
Yeah.
It's different. It depends where this thing comes from. So if back then umuntu lo megaphethe isithunywa leso was like from, let's say from they had isithunywa samanzi, that's what's gonna
Pass down. Okay.
because everybody, we all had some sort of power that we had to heal our cleanse with.
Okay.
So everybody, you didn't have to go to travel from here to guys to go get help. You had inyanga yendao that will heal everybody.
Oh.
Yeah. So
And then, what is a sangoma?
a sangoma, you can hear in the name sangoma, ingoma. This thing yabo, the spirit yabo
Comes through.
iphakama ngale ngoma lena.
Oh, okay.
Lengoma lesigubhu lesina, and they always dancing. Anyeke noma hleli phansi noma hleli ngamadolo usa.
Yes.
Exactly. They are still chanting. Everything they do is music. Not everything they wear. Like there's these beads, not beads. These music stuff that they wear on their feet.
Oh yes,
they
I've
go.
seen
They go
the cheeky things. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everything that Isangoma wears has to make a sound.
Okay.
Exactly, because Ingoma enchants their spirit.
Oh.
But then with Isangoma, you have a spirit we call Umdao. Umdao has a different beat. Because Umdao is a foreign spirit. Not actually foreign spirit, but it's a foreign. That's how we've been taught right now. But Umdao is a foreign spirit. Because Umdao has its own beat. Completely different from
Any other.
like the way Umgoma would do it. So there's a lot of spirit. I mean, Gunama Ketla, Gunama. Hey, there's a lot. If you knew all these things, it's a lot. No Ukthwasa self, you get overwhelmed with
Damn. Okay. When did you find out that you have a spiritual calling or gift?
I think my soul, Moya has always known. Because
You know, can I
Yes.
just, before you carry on, a lot of people that have a spiritual gift or calling say that, but how do you know?
I think when you're not aware, you know, when you don't pay attention to stuff, because we all dream. You could dream something today, tomorrow it happens, 2 weeks it happens. We call it deja vu.
Yes. So do you believe it's deja vu?
I feel like it's just, I think we call it deja vu because we've been calling it deja vu all this time.
Yeah.
So I feel like kunabantu ababoniswayo into, because now I have to guti mbone ngizosiza omunye umuntu.
Yes.
And sometimes ukubona mina, because uHlogi won't be able to handle into mina engiyibonile. And mangimchazela lento engiyibonile ufuna ngiyibeke kahle. After that I have to have a mini therapy session with you ukuthi hayi phela, because ubona usibani banayenza in kuwe, awufika uphaphe and umhlokoloze ukuthi abhodle ukuthi vele they did that thing to you, or they were planning to do that thing to you. You understand?
Yeah.
So and then when you see accident ikusasa, it's just a warning. You can see what I see, but sometimes they give the baggage to me because they know I can handle it and I can
it.
explain better than you.
I would. Okay.
When uzobona accident, mina ngizoconfirm accident ngephupho lami. Sometimes we could be dreaming in day one ngelanga eliyi-1.
Damn. Okay, back to the question. How did you find out?
So I found out before. So ukhokho wami ne, my grandfather's mother passed on, and then when she passed on, so my great grandmother passed on in July, a few days after her birthday. And then now, I'm just like, okay, Shonile, you cry as always, if you know.
Yeah.
So, man, you know how certain houses we do a cleansing of the house.
Yes.
So, with cleansing of the house, there's this kunoloko kubambizu kokodlolo. Sihlele emsamo, we're speaking. But before that, let's see the living room.
Yeah.
And I'm talking, but I don't know what I'm saying.
What?
She's like to my mom and my aunt, Mamelene. Everything she asuyo khulumayo. Labantu laba enibamisile emsamo nithenze baputshwala nibaphe ama-sweet nibaphe izinto zabo. They're running out of time and patience now. They want their stuff because nakhona ilanga selishona, I understand.
Okay, yes.
So now they're running, they're just like, guys, give us our stuff, you know. And I tell them, look, aren't we putting this and this and this and this? I'm like, put sweets because my uncle passed on as a baby because he had asthma, so he had asthma attack, and then a kahlil packet, so he still has sweet, you know. Nalaba abakukile also want sweets and stuff like that. So you put all those stuff there just to be like, guys, eat what we eat, because the only reason we have these things because you guys help us in our journeys to get these things, so you have to honor them and stuff. So back to Msamo, we're sitting in Msamo, and she starts saying, when I saw. And then I'm recalling all these dreams I've had before that were very vivid, you know. And then when they happen, I'm like, no man, I've seen all of this happen, and I'm just like nakona, or sometimes pupa walking underwater.
What?
It's the scariest shit ever. But when you are there, you don't really freak out. Walking underwater, being walking into light, being at school. Like you, for the past 2 years in Pingse Primary, you're still gonna go through a lot of stuff because now you have to learn. Before I heal I have to heal me first. So you become aware. After you become aware, you have to heal yourself before you can heal others. And sometimes, like amanyama pain, you feel like they are necessary, or some events you feel like they are necessary. Kanti, if I know sadness from the root of sadness, when I recognize the pain, when I'm vibrating off your energy, I can explain. Oh no, you're actually sad, not depressed.
Okay. Oh.
I have to experience something to explain it exactly how it is to you.
Okay, I get you. Yeah.
So that's how she was explaining it. She explained, you see this and see that. Then I went back. I'm like, it's like I have been seeing all this shit. And sometimes I say stuff and not understand Guti. Why am I saying stuff? Sometimes they used to talk through me for 2 minutes, then I come back. Sometimes you know how you black out, but you actually didn't black out. They were actually speaking through you. So she was explaining all those things. At first it was very scary. But if they come to me, I will accept.
Oh, damn.
So they're like, Sisivele, we're coming, what are you talking about? We're already here. And I was like,
were you not scared though, honestly?
You're always scared. You're always scared. That's why no mas tandaza, no mas patla, we always, guys, please, nyasaba, novalo lugwele. Like, be my strength. Cover me with, the strength you guys have. Buyani nizohlala phezu kwami with that strength, because manje mangiyongena kula man's lawa, and some rivers are deep. And ngisacabanga ukuthi ngiphuphe ngena inside
deep down in the water.
I was like, man, now I'm freaking
now you must
out.
go in that water. Ooh,
Now I'm thinking, Gucci, especially you know how they baptize you, they just throw you in, you just like, you just like, man, this is scary. But when you ask them to guide you, even you don't have to go to your path. Just speaking in your room, it's okay, guys. We're gonna go do this. I'm going to school today. Please be with me. Negative energy away. I keep what is mine, and I'm completely removing what is not mine.
Yes. Okay. No. Okay. Okay. Do you think Christianity and ancestry can go hand in hand?
It's not that they can't go hand in hand, but then all these religions, they took everything from izinto zabantu abamnyama.
Okay, meaning
They just rewrote the story. They rewrote the story of creation. They rewrote the story. They rewrote everything to suit what they believed in.
Oh yes.
Right now, because now anyeke sikhona ukubuyela emuva siyothi hayi ningatshontshi ningayenzi so don't put out, because you know what they used to do, ne? They used to take our ancestors and they used to put them in these. If you watched Blood Psalms,
I know of it, but I didn't.
if you there's a scene in Blood Psalms where bakupum goti and they put everybody inside.
You lie.
And then Bati in Blood Psalms they don't do it, but they have the whole that exact whole. They used to put our ancestors abokoko bethu nabamkhulu bethu inside aho bathi funele usho ukuthi the white nkulunkulu uye yena and no ayi ukuthi uye yena nakhona ukuthi uzoya esontweni.
Hi.
Listen to the word isonto. Isonto yini ukusonto in Zulu. There's a word, but ukusonta is to do this. When you do this with, yes, you are forcing a man. This is forcing. So you can hear isonto. They were forced to go to those churches. Isonto is not really a place of. Isonto is not really a place of happiness, guys. It has an agenda behind it. It has an agenda behind it.
Okay.
So will they live hand in hand? When Tina spiritual kids go back and we learn about the history of everything, we're like, why must we go praise in a bloody for corner room? Now corner because we were forced. Because if you didn't do it, your kids didn't eat because you could not work. So now we heal. So that's how Istunya came about actually, because they took izinto zabo lazy that we do traditionally, like. Everything that is Tunya does, they took it and they just covered it up.
Okay.
Nesonto. So Tunya was a gift that they covered it up. Ngama church stuff. Yes. They covered it up. Because basaba guti. Ask if you see guti. You know how a uniform yasa yoguya yobungoma ne uniform. Yabantu besunya is the same. Why do we wear the same beads? Why do we sometimes have to wear amapainati? Why? Because it's connected. Because it's connected. So the reason why also Christianity and ancestral stuff are gonna click is because now we don't have a choice, because we grew up Christian no singafuni. And to unlearn that is the most hardest thing ever.
No, of course.
So now we're gonna nakona your ancestors are probably still colonized where they are. So maybe they won't even recognize umtandazo wako mautandaza, the ancient way, the way in Kemet they used to do it. If you do it now, are they gonna really hear you? They will hear Urama said Jehovah Mdimunkulunkul, they'll hear that. But if we go back and use the Kemet language, are they really gonna?
Are you coming to school tomorrow?
Are they gonna hear us? So should we change it? Should we tell them that we're changing it? Should we stick? Sorry, is it like, what do we do now? So I think they will live hand in hand. We're forced because but if we
like
and
that.
Also if we change it, scalapi.
Exactly.
Because most of these topics ahlala ku YouTuber. Ayahlala. And then only us spiritual people practice them, and then the rest of y'all are not on our vibration.
True.
Now it's like 5% of a whole nation is practicing something, and if you want something good to change, you need
everything,
Everyone
everyone to. Yes, I get you.
And manje lobo Kristu masongenile in somebody's head.
True. No, I get you completely. Yeah, because I don't know. I think there was a stage where I pulled away my relationship with God. Like I pulled away a bit. I don't think it was purposefully so, but there's a time when I was like, yo, actually, God, like I was very scared. Like, why did I pull away? Because that's all I've known all my life, God.
Yes,
So pulling away made me very scared. Okay, obviously now it's a choice. Now I have a choice. Do I still want to be Christian or not? And I do want to be Christian. But just thinking of pulling away as well is like scary because you don't know what are you going to do
And how
after
you
that.
got to be Christian as
Exactly.
well.
What do you do after pulling away?
But
So,
sila.
I get you. Anyway, what is the process? What is Ukthwasa first, and what happens in that process? Ukthwasa.
Ukthwasa is learning. You're taught izinto. So you have abantu mina I don't have a gobela. Right now I have no one. I do everything from me.
Okay.
Yeah, but I do have somebody, like I have, because the kaya we have is sangoma. My rakhadi is a sangoma, and then she'll help me, she'll make me understand stuff. Also on my mom's side, when I don't understand, I reach out to other spiritual people because I'm doing this to myself. So we are pupa ukoka fika hlale phansi sofeni ephupeni lakho asho ukuthi okay hamba thenga 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, then you get them uyaziphahlela, and then you start, and then they'll tell you as this this is how you use the stuff, and then you find Guti is like exactly inyanga does not twasa. Inyanga is a healer.
Okay.
They only have to learn ngomoya obugedla Guti okay mangithatha insango and that poison ivy, when I mix it together it's gonna be that panado that I get at the clinic.
Oh, okay.
They just see, okay, there are people who go in the forest bahambe bayokuba nanani, you know, and then you have isangoma that has to go learn Guti okay makita so
Okay.
magu, you know, somebody has to teach you that. Nakona, as most of the time you don't do what ukobela says you must do, not all the time, because you have ukobela has to listen to idlos lako. So zolalo pupe idlos lako liti 1 2 3 4 5. When I have to relate to ukobela it's okay good yes izolu koko ute 1 2 3 4 5. Nakona ninti siyang you will be getting to trances. When we get into trances ukoko lwazi khumela thi ukobela ngifuna 1 2 3 4 5. They're not really abafundisi idlos lakho, bafundisa umoya wakho nomzimba wakho to adjust
used to it. Okay.
Yes, that's why you find ukuthi wonke umuntu othwasile masibulisana sithi hamngani unjani asibulisi only us, but we learn ukubulisa nabantu esihamba nabo. That's why sithi emakhosini thokoza lisedi khanya. So we learn all those language. We learn ukuthi okay lo muthi lona we call this lepayileli is for this, and what this ne, you see blue and white, to me kungaba ilanga and flowers, to you it could be water and clouds. So everything is a personal thing.
Okay.
Yeah, ukobela can't tell you ukuthi nonke nithwasa into so ihamba ukuthi gini mibayenza into kanjani lelo lifuna izinto zakho zihambe kanjani. It's a personal experience. You just, because now nisiphile emhlabeni, and you know umhlaba has a lot of things happening. Yes. So when you go to Impande, when you go Ukthwasa, you detach. Now you're focusing on one thing. Ayikuthi manje uyaphakama uyosebenza unesikolo, you have this, you have that. Now you're focusing on this journey. It's calm. Inyawo mazisha, and you ufuna ukugida. Now you know ukuthi hayi uzothatha isigubhu banishayele, you know. You kuthi mawuphuma, she's adjusting your lifestyle. Kuthi mawuphuma kuleo part leo mawusoyi one gini, when you have your own ndumba, you know what to do when certain things happen. That's all it is, just training.
Okay, right. Does Ukthwasa differ from genders? Like, is it different from men, women? It's the same thing.
Because you know why it's not the same? Because so too, when you could be a man, I could be a woman. So too singapatwa abokoko.
Okay.
So it's
Goko, can I just understand? Goko is, when you say Goko, you're referring to a woman
it's
ancestor.
a female, it's a feminine.
Okay.
Spirit.
And then Umkhulu is
it's
a
a
man.
masculine. Yes.
Okay. Right. Okay. And then how can one tell the difference between Umuthi and like bad muthi and traditional herbs that can help, like umpepo and stuff,
Everything could be used
for evil.
ukuloya.
Really?
Nekhandle eli white. Nalo,
real?
you could curse the shit out of somebody's life. Ngalo. That's why when we're on our periods as ladies, we do not. Yabona, if you're on your periods, mawuloya unamandla maningi. Ungaloya kakhulu. Mawunenhliziyo emhlophe, ungayenza okuhle even more. Because now your energy and your vibration is different.
True, yes.
So there is no, how there's this movie called, I forgot this movie, but is this man who gets hit on the head, gets in a coma, but he thinks he's meeting God and the Holy Spirit and someone else. And this lady explains to him, Muthi, I could take the poisonous thing from that tree, mix it with something else, and when they come together, it becomes something else. Not everything bad is because it's bad. Before there was light, there was darkness. Was that darkness always bad?
No.
Exactly. So it's ukuthi wena uyisebenzisa kanjani.
Okay.
What is your purpose for lento lena? It's like ugogo Skoteni this other time on her video, she's like umuthi ngawubeka lana ngawutshela ukuthi wenzeni. But mangithi mbulali uzokubulala, mangithi mphilisi uzokuphilisa. Because umuthi, trees are alive, no muthi will be alive.
Okay.
That's why you have to respect space sakho where ubeka khona impepho yakho, where ubeka khona umuthi wakho, because it's still breathing. It's just because you don't know doesn't mean it's not. So when they say walls have ears, they're not lying. There's always someone who's listening.
No. I think with me, like, this comes to me as a shock because all my life I've been taught hore we use mpepo to clean the space. Like mpepo is like a purifying plant. That's why when you say it can be used for bad as well, I'm like,
You know, impepo ne could be, you know how it could be reversed. Its purpose could be reversed in a way depending what the umuntu phahla in. So impepo could be reversed. It's like it could be reversed in a sense ukuthi umuntu makakuphahlela ungekho uyakuloya. Why ungiphahlela ngekho? Because I have to be present emsamo for you to speak on my name. There was an episode on the show called Idlo's Lam on Moja Love. Uthembi literally said anyeke khona ukuphahlela umuntu angekho. Because they have to see the person you're phahleling, you understand?
even if you're doing it out of goodwill, it's still,
It doesn't seem very innocent.
yeah, hectic.
Because you could say whatever. Ungasho ukuthi uthloga ucela inkomo, uthloga ucela this, ucela this. But umuntu, if they don't have good intentions, they could uthloga ufuna ukuthi nimthathele imali, uthloga ufuna yabo uziyenza as the messenger, but amthumanga.
Yeah.
So everything could be used, because impepo could be turned into oil, could be turned into anything. So when you change the natural, because impepo it's a herb, when I change it into oil, it could have a different purpose.
True. Damn.
If I was shocked the day I learned ukuthi umuntu angakuthakatha ngekhandlela elimhlophe ngempepo yokuyenza.
True, because those are the most innocent two things you could use.
If umuntu angajika ukukhanya kenza into emnyama, if they could take light and turn into into emnyama, of course they could take
Anything
else. If umuntu angakuloya ngeimpahla zakho, you understand that anything is possible.
True.
So
Aish. Yeah, hectic. How many spiritual gifts are there and what purposes do they each serve? Because you mentioned like tsameti and stuff and stuff. So can you like briefly just...
So there's many gifts, many. You can see how the Indians and the Americans have the card readings. That's how they connect.
Okay.
You see how some abanye they connect in kandlela. They can look at ungakhanyisa ikhandlela babheka ikhandlela and they can tell your problems. Abanye rehlahluba ka ngeBible. Yeah. Abanye we can hlahluba ngamanzi and amamechi sticks. Specific number, we pray for it, we shake it, we look at it, we see ukuthi imeso, that means this bone reading, this. So it depends ukuthi kini mebayenzana.
Okay.
It depends ukuthi kini lo muntu lo okuphe isikhwama, okuphe lamandla, who's passing on the gift, menyenza kanjani. Because the most common gifts you have ubusangoma, of course, you have isithunywa, you know, and in isithunywa you have abaprofeti, you can literally have more than one.
Okay.
You could have a mix because maybe kabo baba kumekuwa masangoma ngapha abaprofeti iyahlangana, and when they're on spiritually, if they're on good terms spiritually, izinto zakho can hlangana easy, and you can just do this one and then unlock this one later, or this one will unlock this one. So you have a lot. You have Njeti spirits, you have Mdawo spirits, you have what else do you have? You have Njeti, you have Mdawo. Why in manje?
But there's a few.
But there's a few. There's a lot. Because right now, I'm like, specifically for me, I'm busy Mdawo. You know, you have Iketla. I mentioned Iketla.
Yes,
you have, and sometimes I'm a tribe. Because I need to. We have the Nguni tribe,
okay.
and then we have the other tribe, and then we have Northern Sotho, and then we have Southern. So it depends, Guti, where you are located on this planet.
Okay.
And then if you have, maybe if you get into Maputo Neza, from Maputo to the side, at some point you have to go fetch whatever you were fetching
In Maputo.
Because if you want to connect to whatever, you need to
go to the place.
Go back, exactly. Also within water, because also we have fire spirits, we have blood magic, we have we have sex magic, we have because we also have water, right? In water it complicated, because in water we find water bodies like mermaids. They can speak through inzunza. We also have inzunza.
What is that?
Inzunza is like reptilian.
Oh.
In yoga. But also in yoga can also ivele mayivela bathi umdawo. So it depends on the type of snake. Everything depends on something. The color of the snake, the shape, the length, everything. It depends on the yoga. Sometimes you see what type of spirit you have with your family totem. So your totem is the animal evelayo or epupen. So undlovu could see indlovu, elephant epupen. Uyazi ukuthi that is their ancestors in an animal manifestation. Yes. So I would see a leopard. Yalbona nawi by a leopard. And then you have amakosi. You have the Xhosas also have their own names for them. Okay.
My last question to you is: do you think spirituality or Ukthwasa has become a trend? That's the first question. Do you think it's become a trend, or do you think we are the generation that is carrying on what our grandparents and great-grandparents did not want to do?
So ichaza so in every industry kunomuntu ozoyenza into emampela into engekho. So I understand abantu when they don't understand ukuthi even in spirituality umuntu uzoyenza ngathi ungazi angazi. If you could do it in a clothing store, of course you can do it here. In my industry you can also do it. So is it a trend? No. The thing is abanye abantu abamameli, and umunye umuntu i-problem ukuthi abanye abantu they are looking for answers outside of themselves.
Okay.
Mawuphuphe inyoka nani pray. Hamba buza ukuthi maningibonisa le nyoka nisho ukuthini.
Yes.
It's not ukuthi mangiphupha inyoka ngiphupha umfula nengipake today kugobela. No. It doesn't. You have to listen to yourself. You have to listen to self. You have to meditate, listen, or even if you wanna fast for 7 days just to have a clear answer, do what you have to do. But go to Gitchimema to your Twasa, because the first thing you see on YouTube, the first video, it's, did you dream of a snake? You have to Twasa. No. inyoka does not mean ukuthi phakama uyotwasa.
Yeah.
They will tell you, and they will, trust me, if you have to twasa, they will give you many signs. And if you're unaware or you're not listening, amasangoma amaningi, for example, my aunt, vele waphakama waphathwa i-trance, gone to ugobelo wakhe wamake 18, and you go, they take you there. Like uzibona sowufikile ungazi ukuthi enhle mina ngifike nini la, because I don't even know the address. No, they will never harm you. They will never harm you. They will never. Nakhona, if it looks like lo muntu fika, you have to please ask that spirit ukuthi angikwazi nema uyangazi, ngicela ungafiki ngomoya ozongithusa, ungafiki kabi, fika kahle. Yeah, ungangithusi phela sizo understandana ukuthi enhle kufunani. Yeah, because there's some people abafika abangathwasi. There was a story of umuntu akathwasanga ne ufike wathi basically ithonga lagibo. So if the ancestors want to speak, they speak to their child, but it doesn't mean that child has to be twasa. No, yeah. She is the messenger of that family. Pelange.
So like, I know now there are kids that are very young, like you could be 13 years old, 12 years old, and bahuisa or twasa, like,
because abanye bantu, they don't want to. First umuntu akalaleli, and umuntu akafuna ukugoa through that whole experience, that whole thing. So the first remedy you think of, it's in your twas.
But doesn't that catch up onto you later on in life?
It does, because manje uzotwasa ugide maloku izidlo zakho hlele khona nithi enhle kulo makaphatha i-trance. Ubani ongena kulo mntwana? Ngoba mina ngihlelele ngiphuza iti angazi ukuthi makabizana nabantu.
Only to find out that Hlogi was gonna come at the age of 18 or 19.
And you, like mina, I have a baby cousin now who has to guthi abe at the end goal for lo mntwana is ukuthi fanele abe ugobela.
Okay.
Because ukhokho wakhe meko ugobela, umkhulu wakhe meka ugobela. This girl is he changed his pronouns, so he.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, we respect that.
One of them.
We respect it.
Yes. So he changed his pronouns from she to he, ne? And he is in grade 10 this year.
Okay.
And this spirit understands ukuthi sasemncane uThiyamo. So it's very easy for us ukuthi siye emsamo sithi khehla mamela ne. uThiyamo is at this age, uThiyamo is at this place, usesikolweni. Let's uThiyamo makatholi matric,
and then you can
after
come.
that ungeza ungamlana nokumlanda. So abantu abaningi abakhulumi
communication,
and I feel like nakhona because there was misunderstanding, nabo gobela will explain izinto wrong because nabo they were taught.
Yes.
Yabo? So when you see all the people nezinto zabo, you must just ask yourself. Some kids just ask. Your ancestors are not here to harm you. They will never make you do into ezokulimaza. So if we have to twasa at the age of 12, kuthi into yakho inkulu. Kuthi ukhohle njenge civilization, forget about it.
Yeah.
There's this gobela I know, I work with at this organization I work for, right? System C. She didn't twasa at the age of 12, but she started learning ukshaya isigubu. After school, maybe angazi nokwazi ukuthi ngiyenzelani lento engiyenza, makashaya isigubu, learning ukuthi lena yini lena kanjani. Today I'm sure uthwasise about 3 people, because like nakhona, you know how it works. You know how to see ukuthi umuntu ngisangoma or umuntu amanga. Yabona laba banama client ay 15 ngelanga. Amanga. Because I'm telling you ukuthi umuntu, to possess my body, to use that energy to connect to another astral plane is hard work. That uyothatha energy abantu abay 15 usukunama.
Do you think the people that have Boma 15 people, it's all about money to them?
Because sihlale South Africa and akunamsebenzi. Umsebenzi uyazenze. I mean, there was a movie on Mzansi Magic about it where these 2 girls faked their gifts, because bafuna imali.
Yeah.
And it worked for them until abantu bahambile bayoyizama lento leyo. It didn't work.
Yeah.
Nakhona ke there's some abathwalayo ukuthwala amandla womunye umuntu.
Yeah.
So bazothwala inyoka, you know,
Yeah, the whole story.
Yeah, all those stories here, but it's true. That's why yena ngakhathali ngoba kasebenzisa amandla kada I think. So mina nami I rather do even one person a day is fine.
It's perfect as long as you're doing
Because
it
I
properly.
swear, as umuntu onomdawo, we do this thing called ukfemba. You have to be on your knees. That thing, if you see abantu abayenza ngomdawo, who consult ngomdawo, if you see their knees, it's either they have scars, it's black knees. It's because umdawo has to be on their knees. It's the most painful thing ever. Why would you want to do that 15
times a day?
Why would you do that to yourself?
No, I get you.
Nakhona you can't have 15 clients because you know ne anye ngitshelo ngithi Hlogi so anye ngithi ukamuya kuloya ukamufuna in ukamuyenza in uzoshona in. I can't tell you that because I can't tell you maqeda ngishiye kanjalo. What are you gonna think mawuso yi1 uzo overthink into snacks. So now I have to go see 1 hour leyo I must consult. See no nakhona now when you have more questions, maybe not about what you came about that day, maybe if they pop up, I have to help you even if it takes an hour. Then the next hour funeka ngikuhlalise ngibe yi-therapist yakho.
Yeah.
Ngitshela ukuthi this is how you handle it. Iyasinda ufunda ukuthandaza. Ngiyakubona ukuthi ukuthandaza kanjani uyakusola ngoba you know you believed in God and then you asked for something and then God's like not now, and then now it shook up your belief system.
Yeah.
So now I need to make sure that you understand with what you're going through, how to deal with it. Lo manje 15 clients.
No, I understand you. I really understand.
So but the main answer is if we can fake in Nike siyenza Mike, singafeka usangoma naye, singamfeka usithunya, singamfeka uprofet nangubushir.
Honestly. So yeah, that is the end of our conversation. I really enjoyed this with you because I feel like, yes, I come from a spiritual a family that isn't as spiritual, but we have spiritual aspects.
Yes.
But I think not a lot of people go deep down into the spiritual thing because we are all, Christianity is brought to all of us, and then the next thing now you're also learning about ancestors. But it's like,
Yes.
I come from, you get me. So I think this conversation really opened up a lot for me, and I hope it opened up a lot for you guys too, because it's fascinating. It's not anything that we talk about on a daily basis. You know, we talk about a lot of things, but spirituality is just not spoken about in depth.
And this thing is not easy. Anyeke umuntu ayolanda lento le ibhlungu. Ngithi we are hardly happy people. We are hardly. Kito likes to say that we have shots of happiness. Any shot ingakanani?
Hey.
Into engaka. So ibhlungu anyeke umuntu ayolanda lento lena athi ngiyayifuna. It's there's benefits
To you, it's not.
but it's nice ukuthi uyambona umuntu ujabulile uright uhappy izinto zakhe ziyalunga, but then kuyasinda. You understand ukuthi I can feel your pain.
Yeah.
Uhloko uzovela happy uyahleka mina I feel that depression engafuni ukukhuluma ngayo ma inyawo lakho malibhlungu ngizoyizwa leyo pain ukuthi kuba nophethe inyawo.
Yeah.
So ayikho buhlungu ukulanda into maqeda now I have to feel people's pain. Abantu, I feel like a lot of people why it looks like a trend is because abantu babona it's nice to wear beads because you be respected, abantu bazokusaba. Ngithi yabona inyanga eyona anyeke uzuyibona nokuyibona ukuthi inyanga uzobona usiso muhle nje kanti when it's time to do the things to be done izulu likhala.
No, because with you as well, I think I saw you once bury a white duke.
Yeah.
And that's when I think I asked Maki, and Maki was like, no, I don't think I asked, but something happened, and Maki was like, Tshepiso spiritually gifted. And I was like, oh, I never knew.
Bona manje ibhayi ngiligqokele ukuthi phela ama-ants aphume kahle namangumr bavike bathi hayi phela this is how you say it yabo nje.
No,
But
I'm
usually
so glad
nje,
that you came.
It's
I
my
thank you so
pleasure.
much, man.
It's my pleasure. I enjoyed this conversation. It's my industry phela. It's my
Right?
place. Yeah.
You need to put it out there, because if you don't put it out there, who's gonna put it out there the right way?
right way,
Because I feel like the
yeah.
wrong people put things out there and the right people, we keep it to ourselves instead of put it out there, you know. So yeah, thank you, Tshepiso.
My pleasure.
Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, follow us on all our social media platforms. I'm gonna put Tshepiso's socials down in the description box as well as here on the screen somewhere. Please, please, please follow her and yay! Let's go again. And see you guys next time. Bye.